Well, Real Madrid have finally lost a game this season, and now just 1 point separates the top three in La Liga. This is going to be a very exciting last 9 games of the season, but we also have to concentrate on this game against Man City. Can we somehow turn around that deficit after a 3-1 loss in the first leg? Let's find out. Yes, hello, welcome into Living Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter and Football Manager 22. Still with Villarreal here. We're, two seasons in the job now? Yeah, half a year, a full season. This is our second full year. Year number 7 of Glory Hunter. We have won 4 of the 15 trophies you're required to win over the next, 20 years of career. So we've had 7, so there's going to be, 13 years left. We need to win some more trophies. Hopefully we can do it in La Liga. As you can see in front of us, the league table looks like that. Real Madrid below us now after they just lost to Betis, who are all the way down in 14th. In fact, before they played that game, Betis, they were all the way down in 16th. Unusual to see Real Madrid lose. Clearly, it's their only loss of the season, but it does mean ourselves and Barcelona are the top 2 on 71 points at this moment in time. And then Real Madrid are in third on 70 points. We will always be behind Barcelona because they have beaten us this season. And we also have a draw up against them as well. So we need to finish above Barcelona on points for us to actually finish above them. Because finishing equal on points will result in the situation as you can see in front of you. As I mentioned, we've played a few games since we last met. We've won both of those ones in the league. I'll just show you the fixtures in just a second. And we've also managed to get to the cup final again. We already won it last year. We played a fully rotated side every single game on the way to the final this year. And we've still managed to get there. So I might show you that just to show off to see if we can get back-to-back Copa del Reys. Who knows? We're up against Real Madrid in that final. So I'll let you know when that is going to appear and we'll show you that one maybe. It's appearing in the middle of this run of fixtures, so probably not. I don't need to show you yet. It's a competition we've already won. But I might mention it in an episode if I'm showing you some league games around about that time. Anyway, since we last met, there was those 3-1 defeat to Man City and the 2-0 victory over Eibar. So we did beat Valencia in the cup semi-final. You can see a rotated side playing in that one. We even had Llorente playing in the right wing position. We won 2-0. We went through 4-1 in aggregate. Not bad for a second strength team. We beat Bilbao 3-0. Goals from Demir, Maroni and Pellegrini in that one. And then we just beat Cadiz 4-0. Pau Torres, Demir, Koundé and Menini in that one as well. You can see very good defensive performances over the last few months. We obviously conceded 3 goals to Man City, 1 to Valencia, 1 to Ibiza. But basically, since the new year, we've had that bad game against Sociedad. We've had a bad game defensively against Man City. And the rest of the time, we've been pretty stout in defence. It's a good quality to have in this team. Can we do the same again in today's tough away games against Man City and Atletico Madrid? We'll need to find out. But we'll show you the team we're going to play in this Man City game in just a moment. I've just realised we're currently on Sunday. The game's on Tuesday. I'll need to advance on some time and we'll see then. Right, so here we are. Here's the team that's going to play in this second leg of the first knockout round in the Champions League against Man City. We're losing 3-1 after the first leg, so we'll need to have a pretty decent performance. We had a good performance in the last time we played against them. We just did not score the goal. So hopefully these boys can go out and do something. To be honest, wouldn't be the worst thing if we were knocked out. It then would mean we could concentrate on La Liga, and try to win that competition. But if we do progress through, who knows, maybe we could get a sneaky Champions League victory with Villarreal. I wouldn't have thought that when we joined the team just over 2 years ago. But nonetheless, Karnaseci in goal, Koundé and Torres at the back, Foyt and Zinchenko either side of them, Kompar, Berg and Menini in midfield, Demir on the right, Esposito on the left and Baroni up front. 12-12 and 17 goals for those front 3 now. They are the ones scoring the goals and hopefully Maroni can continue that today. It's worth mentioning we have not heard anything back from our interview with Liverpool, so I'm assuming it means we didn't get given the job, then just haven't been kind enough to tell us that we haven't been given the job. But we'll let you know when we find out anything from them. They've changed the formation a little bit. They were playing a flat 3 the last time, but they're playing a 2-1-2 instead this time round. Can we somehow exploit down the wings? Let's find out. Early on here, we do have a throw in. Esposito comes in field. He's coming right across the midfield now. Finds Maronier, and it's into Demir. He's in behind the left wing back there. Cuts it back to Berg, and now Foyt, who's unmarked. Foyt goes down the line, swings the ball into the middle. Manini heads this off the crossbar. What a chance for us there. Nearly going ahead early on, but it's a corner for Man City. The ball swung into the back post, and Maximilian Vauber there scores a headed goal. 4-1 in aggregate now, just the same as it was in the last game. We had a good chance early on, and then they scored with their first shot of the game. I mean, who was meant to be marking him there? Zinchenko just doesn't even jump. We're down 4-1 in aggregate now, and probably you would say that's the tie over. You don't imagine Man City are going to concede 3 goals here at the Etihad, but you never know. Berg with the ball for us on the right-hand side, back to Foyt. Can he cross the ball into the middle? He does indeed. Esposito is headed away by Ruben Diaz. Now De Bruyne has the ball. He runs away, clips that one long to Mbappe. He's in behind Torres, and Mbappe tucks it in. And there's not even going to be a question of offside. It's just outstanding football from 2 world-class players. Kevin De Bruyne on the breakaway there, chests it down, gets past his man, and launches a lovely ball over the top. None of our defenders track Mbappe, and Mbappe scores a goal, and we're 2-0 down, 5-1 in aggregate, and this is getting embarrassing if we don't do anything in this game. Oh, and there's a chance for another one here as Sterling has it into Foden. Foden over to De Bruyne. De Bruyne over to João Felix and over to James Justin, and that ball was played into the middle and Mbappe just hit it wide of the goal. Yeah, we are getting embarrassed here, certainly. Esposito with a headed chance there after the free kick from Zinchenko, but it doesn't look like today is going to be our day unless somehow we can score 4 goals in the next 45 minutes as Maroni has it into Demir. He's in behind the defence. Can he finish? He can't. It's a good save from Ederson. In the goal of Manchester City, and we have a corner ball. Can we do anything from it? Zinchenko will swing it in, headed away by Ruben Diaz as far as Esposito. Esposito back to Zinchenko and Koundé, and that's the highlight over. And it's half time. We're down 5-1 on aggregate. And to be honest, I don't really think I want to, try to push too much about it. I don't think we're going to get the 4 goals we require. And I think we're just going to have to accept that's us knocked out. I've made a triple change. Torres, Demir and Maroni off. We'll bring on Thielman, Yarintsev and Quinton as well. Half an hour to go. Made all 3 changes. It's a little bit dangerous, that, isn't it? Let's go and attacking mentality and let's fire up the team. Let's see what we do. We're probably going to concede a lot more goals here and ruin the morale of the team. But let's see if we can somehow get ourselves back into it and maybe even get on level terms on the night. Foden has it now. Forward toward João Felix. It's a good play from him, but Karnaseci gets down well to save it. And Milinkovic is coming on. The former Villarreal centre-back has come on to play up against his former team here as his side are already 5-1 up. Not in from the start, but coming on at half-time. It's actually been a pretty even game in terms of number of shots. We've hardly had any on target compared to them. But apart from the number of shots on target, it's been a fairly even game. The last one we dominated. To be honest, 5-1 feels harsh on aggregate, the way we've played over the 2 games. But we did not play well today. They seemed demotivated by what I just said. I'm going to pretend I didn't say it and hope to move on there. Chelsea progressed through, demolishing Lazio as well tonight. And there we go. We were definitely up against it, as it says, up against Man City there, and Man City have progressed. And it means we have no European competition to worry about for the rest of the season. It's all just on the league. Can we win every game from now to the end of the year? We might have to if we're going to win the league this season. And it'll start, well, at least this run-in from now will start with a tough game away to Atletico Madrid. Well, there we go. We're certainly not going to be leaving for Liverpool at the end of this year. They've given the job to Diego, the former Atletico Madrid, Wolfsburg, Juventus, Werder Bremen, Porto. You might remember him from all these clubs. Yeah, former Brazilian football player. He had been the manager at Almeida, and he's now the Liverpool manager. I'm assuming one of the reasons they've given it to him, as opposed to me, seeing as I do have a Continental Pro licence, he only has a Continental B licence, is the fact he was willing to go there right now. Because he has indeed gone to Liverpool right at this time, which means the Almeida job has become available, and it means that Andre Villas-Boas has become a favourite for that, but he does not have a job, so it's not like I could go to wherever he was managing and, all these other things as well. The only other jobs available in the market just now are Clermont, who I believe are bottom of Ligue 1. Indeed they are, 5 points. Nope, not going to be going there. They are going to very much be going into Ligue 2 in the near future. And Atalanta back in Italy. We've already managed there, so I don't imagine I'll be wanting to go back to Italy anytime soon. We've won everything we need to there, so we'll be at Villarreal for the foreseeable, unless some big job appears. If we look at job security, though, the only big jobs that are really possibly going to come available, AC Milan, we've already been there. Possibly Pep, who might lose his job at Bayer Leverkusen. Pep obviously took over from us at Roma. He was sacked from there and is now at Leverkusen. There's a chance we could take over from him at Leverkusen if he gets sacked from that job as well. But yeah, I think we're going to be at Villarreal for the foreseeable. So it does mean if we don't win the league this year, we probably will have another year at it. But if we do win the league, it means we can leave straight away at the end of the season, similar to what we did with Roma, and then see what jobs appear during the summer, because we do have an international window this summer in terms of we have the Euros of 2028, which you'll get to see as I manage as Portugal, who you can see at the moment I'm actually selected as for some reason. But because you've got the international window, that international tournament, there's a chance managers will get the sack, international teams will look to bring managers in, and then there's possibly clubs that will appear available, big clubs in the summer window. So if I'm available around that time as well, that could be very interesting. But that's all dependent on winning the league this year with Villarreal. And the only way we'll be able to do that is if we make sure to win this game in just 2 or 3 days' time up against Atletico Madrid. Right, so here we are for this game up against Atletico Madrid. Just a wee couple of changes, I think, to maybe just the one change from the last game. Carnacech is going to be in goal. Koundé and Thielmann at the back. Pau Torres, just going to give him a little break. He's getting to that age, he could do with a little break. So we're giving him that break, and Thielmann's a very adequate replacement. He probably would be his replacement anyway, next season, the year after, whenever Torres is getting a little bit too old. So Thielmann alongside Koundé at the back. Foyt and Zinchenko either side of them. Comper in front. Berg and Menini. Demir, Esposito and Maronier. Demir didn't play a good game last time. To be fair, not a lot of us had a good game last time. So let's hope we have a better game today. Something I meant to mention, don't know if I told you or not, Fernando Torres now manages Atletico Madrid. I'm sure I mentioned it before, but maybe not. It went Simeone, Conte. Simeone came back, they sacked him, and now Fernando Torres is in charge. So, yeah, it's getting to that stage. Fernando Torres is the man who beat me to the Burnley job, if you remember, before I came to Villarreal. So we have a little bit of a rivalry there. If we could get the victory today, that would pull us ahead before the games for Barcelona and Real Madrid later on in the day. But the first half has been very, very boring indeed. No highlights and hardly any shots in it at all. Yes, we're playing first, so if we could pull ahead, it would make them a little bit of pressure for them as they have to try to catch back up to us. As Zinchenko has it, back to Menini, and Zinchenko and Comper now, over to Berg, and to Menini, and Maronier, and out to Foyt, who's in behind the defence here. Can he cross it in? He does. It's headed away, though. That was a poor, poor cross. So many of our players in the middle there, and he does not find any of them. And instead, Kuna has the ball now. On the right-hand side for Atletico, the ball into the middle. It's cleared away by Foyt. And now Maronier has it. Can he get past his man? He plays it to Demir, and he run on behind the defence. Maronier's in here. He has a shot, and it looked like he scuffed it, to be honest. And it's still 0-0. That was an interesting passage of play. But we're going to reach half-time with the scores at 0-0. And a very boring first half indeed. Go and put on a show, I'll say. I'll leave them out there, the same 11 for the first 15-20 minutes. If they don't do anything, we'll make some changes. We're going to have a shout of encouragement. We'll see what happens at the start of this second half. The answer is not a lot. But here's the first highlight. Zinchenko, who is on a yellow card, crosses it in. It's headed away as far as Foyt. Both are fullbacks on yellow cards. Gets challenged by Hannibal there, and the assistant referee waves his flag about quite viciously, which suggests this could be a red card. Hannibal gets himself sent off. Indeed he does, and there you go. Atletico Madrid are down to 10 men. We're going to go attacking here. Now we're up against the 10 men of Atletico Madrid, and Esposito has it now. Finds Comper, Maronier, Berg. We've got men on the outside of him if he can find him. He does. He finds Demir. Demir plays the ball into the middle. Berg heads it. Well saved from Oblak. We've got half an hour here. Up against 10 men, we've got to do something. I'm not quite sure what formation it is that Atletico were playing, but they do have the ball. And Kuna's in behind the defence here, and Kuna has scored, but surely that's offside. He looked like he was. The referee's going to check with VAR, but we could be 1-0 down here against 10-man Atletico Madrid. Very frustrating. That has been awarded only the second shot of the game, and we are down 1-0. They're playing very, very narrow, so we're going to have to start playing out wide. We're making a triple change of 25 minutes to go, and if it doesn't work, well, it doesn't work. We're against 10 men, we've got to go attack, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're moving our fullbacks forward to act as wingbacks, turning to complete wingbacks on attack. They're going to get right down the outside there, And Yarintsev's coming on for Foyt on the right-hand side of those. Kwame on the left wing as well. Esposito very, very tired and not playing well. And Pellegrini on in the midfield as well. We're going to play much wider as well when they're attacking width there. When it comes to playing out of defence, I wouldn't worry so much about that. We're going to go a little bit more direct. Let's see if we can somehow get ourselves this win. We're against 10-man Atletico Madrid. Fernando Torres is in charge of them. I want to get my own back after he took that Burnley job off me. They're 10 men they have. They're down. Oh, come on. They're up 1-0, down to 10 men. We've got to be able to do something here. So, we have made these changes and we'll see if this helps us. Zinchenko loses the ball there. I imagine this highlight's going to go to nothing as it was happening while we were making changes, but we'll watch it anyway as Berg's on it now. He gets to the byline and crosses it and it's out for a corner kick. But we're down 1-0 against 10-man Atletico Madrid. We've made our changes. We're going to demand some more from this team and we'll see how we get on. Perhaps we'll change from attacking to positive here for 10 minutes to go in this game. And are we really going to end up doing nothing? I cannot believe we're going to drop points if it stays like this. Pellegrini puts the ball in the middle. It's headed away by Chalobah. And Pellegrini gets a hold of the ball again. Plays it back into the middle. Yarintsev to Demir. He hits it off the frame with a goal. Goodness me, what a chance for him there. We've got 5 minutes to go now. Are we really, come on, encourage the team. There's 4 minutes added time. We're going to lose to a 10-man Atletico Madrid. What on earth are we doing? Oh, no. How have we done that? They went down to 10 men and then we conceded a goal. That was a horrendous performance from absolutely everybody on that park. I'm going to throw a water bottle. Something seemed demotivated. You know what? I don't care. We should have won that game against a 10-man Atletico Madrid side. We had a chance to go top. We've thrown that away and now Barcelona and Real Madrid have a chance to pull away from us when they play later on today. That is embarrassing. Goodness me. That was 9 games undefeated and now we've lost a game against a team we really shouldn't have lost to, especially when they had 10 men. And now Barcelona and Real Madrid have a chance to overtake us here and we'll see if it happens. I imagine it will. You don't imagine they'll drop points on back-to-back weeks, certainly for Real Madrid. As we advance on, we'll see what happens here. Let me go and look at the results. I don't care who gets yellow cards and too many yellows and all that. Barcelona have lost. Goodness me, they lost to Getafe 4-1. But Real Madrid won 3-1. So now, ourselves and Barcelona are 2 points behind Real Madrid. We're dropping points all over the place, the three sides, but we're still not top. We could have been had we won that game. That's the frustrating thing. Barcelona dropped points away to Getafe. We could have been top had we won, but instead, losing to a 10-man Atletico Madrid, it puts us still in third position. There's 8 games to go. You imagine if we get to 90 points, that might be enough. Maybe not, with Real Madrid only 17 away from that, so they get 5 wins, 2 draws if we get to 90. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be tight, this title run in. It certainly is. It's going to be very exciting indeed. So what we're going to do for the rest of the season is we're going to show you every single game in this run in. This could get very exciting indeed. After 2 defeats in this match, 2-0 loss to Man City and a 1-0 loss to Atletico Madrid. That's very frustrating indeed. But we're going to show you every single game. We'll give you an update in the Spanish Cup. The Spanish Cup doesn't matter. We've already won it. So it'll be Espanyol and Sevilla in the next one. Tough games. 14th, you'd hope for the victory. And then away to Sevilla, who are in 5th. Then we've got Almeria, who are in 8th. And Celta Vigo, who are 11th. The next episode after that, we're going to be Malaga in 19th. And Leganes in 16th. And then 4th place, Valencia. And last placed Osasuna. So if we need a victory in the last day of the season, you hope we can do it at home to bottom of the league. A side who are on 9 points, have only won 2 games all season. They're not very good. We should hopefully win that one comfortably. We've actually managed to keep clean sheets in 23 of our 30 matches. The 2 highest rated players in the league this year are 2 of our centre backs. And still, we are not top of this table. It's going to be very, very tight. You can see the past winners, all Barcelona, all Real Madrid. Can Villarreal be in there for the first time in their history? We need to find out over the course of the next few matches. So if you have enjoyed this one, even though it's been 2 defeats, please leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until the next one, which will be the next 2 games in this La Liga title run-in, we'll see you then.